This first week of August, as declared by the World Health Organization, is World Breastfeeding Week, and this year the International Awareness Week kicks off from tomorrow and lasts until next Monday, the 7th of August. This year's theme is Let's Make Breastfeeding and Work work. As achieving gender parity in the workplace is becoming the #1 condition every corporate and company should maintain, women are now actively able to take part in the working world as much as men do, mostly in the white-collar job market. What used to be considered advantages men had over women, such as being willing to work long hours, being willing to move around for the job, and especially being able to continue work after childbirth, are no longer considered advantages in the corporate world. As the WBW 2023 theme suggests, the idea is not to let the biological difference affect the work, but to find ways to make both work. Women should not have to choose between breastfeeding and work. While work might be important on a corporate level, the importance of breastfeeding should not be neglected, as the global data on the matter emphasize the necessity of breastfeeding. According to the World Health Organization, undernutrition amounts to 45% or 2.7 million child deaths worldwide. Undernutrition could be prevented by paying more attention to the growth of the child in the first 2 years, and especially paying much attention to breastfeeding. It is estimated around 820,000 children's lives could be saved every year if optimal breastfeeding is maintained. The World Health Organization recommends optimal breastfeeding for the first 6 months, but despite the importance, the reality world over is that this optimal condition is not properly met. According to the World Health Organization, only about 44% of infants aged 0 to 6 months worldwide were exclusively breastfed from 2015 to 2020. To ensure optimal breastfeeding, the World Health Organization recommends all women should have at least 18 weeks, preferably more than 6 months, of paid maternity leave, paid time off for breastfeeding or expressing milk upon returning to work, and flexible return to work options. In terms of adhering to the recommended maternity leave periods, some European countries have made quite progressive strides in terms of policymaking towards ensuring long paid maternity leave periods. 8 out of 10 top countries with the longest minimum maternity leave, except Chile and New Zealand, are European countries. Among them, 5 of them have left maternity leave periods over 30 weeks, with Bulgaria topping the list with the longest minimum maternity leave of 58.6 weeks. In Sri Lanka, any female worker, regardless of whether she is working in the government sector or private sector, is entitled to a maximum paid maternity leave of 84 days, which is 12 weeks. Since these 84 days are calculated excluding weekends, the mother is most probably able to have 4 months of paid maternity leave. In the government sector, another 2 sets of 84-day leaves, half pay and half no pay, could be continuously added to the paid maternity leave, but since these 84 days are calculating including weekends, it will be about 3-month leave period each, as opposed to the first 4-month paid leave period. While other countries are making policy changes to increase the maternity leave and even include paid maternity leave schemes for fathers, Sri Lanka is rather tangent with the maternity leave scheme, with the policymakers should consider amending. However, since Sri Lanka is battling multiple crises among the economy and is in shambles, such changes might not take place anytime soon. Apart from the corporate sector or the policymakers, society as well as other mothers themselves must ensure optimal breastfeeding during at least the first 6 months of the infant. According to the Labour Department, a breastfeeding mother is entitled to 2 weeks feeding interval, each 1 hour maximum, during the 9-hour working day until the child reaches 1 year. While breastfeeding is recognized as a right, the lack of facilities, inconvenience, as well as good social stigma or varying social opinions are preventing mothers from ensuring optimal breastfeeding. According to a 2016 demographic and health survey data in Sri Lanka, the prevalence of exclusive breastfeeding of infants during 0 to 6 months was 82%. While this may look like a satisfactory result, the area-specified study shows a different result from the country average. A 2008 study conducted in Nala, MOH, using prospective data since birth revealed the prevalence of exclusive breastfeeding of up to 6 months is only 23.9%. Another study conducted in Berwala in 2006 revealed the percentage to be as low as 15.5%. The studies, which were published in the International Breastfeeding Journal, reveal the reasons behind the area and community-specific low rates of exclusive breastfeeding are barriers in the healthcare system. family and workplaces, lack of awareness among mothers, social norms and beliefs, and religious teachings. While legislation plays a major role in normalizing breastfeeding and ensuring exclusive breastfeeding of up to 6 months, society too needs to accelerate the process. Breastfeeding in public in Sri Lanka isn't necessarily frowned on, but facilities should be increased. Mothers should be more mindful of scientific data instead of giving in societal religious and normals. Employers should also ensure flexible work schedules, on-site childcare, remote working, and part-time work for breastfeeding mothers. If you have a colleague or someone who's breastfeeding, be supportive.